Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Well. I was certainly enjoying myself last episode, wasn't I? I was just having quite a night, wasn't I? Oh man, yeah.
Do you remember your old bit about wanting to be an alcoholic?
Yeah.
That's basically what you did. You're like, and you're at the bowling alley and you're dancing, and then you go home and just.
You're like, why did I kill my wife? Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's basically what happened. I mean, that was because I was like, after when we were recording, which by the way, the next morning, Brendan, I told you this when we did Pipe Mic, but I fully alcohol poisoned myself. I woke up. It wasn't hungover because like you wake up and you're like, it's a hangover. I'll have some carbs, some water. It'll be this will be gone by like 9 o'clock. No, oh no. I called out of work.
and a teenager.
And by the way, my shift was at 5 p.m.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, dude. I was literally, I was disoriented. I swear to God, I was having like visions of like, saints and and then I went into the bathroom.
Damn, so you got the vaccine again.
I got vaxxed. I vaxxed myself. So I went into the bathroom and I'm like, I just got to throw up, right? If I throw up.
It does help. Did you do it?
No, it didn't help. Because first I threw up. Because like actually I had enough foresight when I went home after, and I also realized I was like I didn't have that much to drink, and then I was like, and then
yes you did.
I know I thought that I didn't because I was like it's going down so smooth. And when I was really sick, I called my girlfriend. I was like, and she was the one who was like, I think you have alcohol poisoning because you're like hallucinating and you're having trouble like with logic. And she was like, how much straight whiskey, 130 proof whiskey did you drink? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I think it was like 2 mugs. And then when I watched the footage back, it was almost 4 mugs. It was about
so many mugs.
It was so many mugs.
I've never had the misfortune to be able to witness me drunk like that.
Yeah, I mean, I could have gone. As bad as it went, it could have gone much worse. I mean, we didn't completely avoid disaster. I'll say that. It could have gone.
I wouldn't have let you get too bad. I wouldn't have put it out if it was too bad.
I will say I was definitely inside was much crazier than outside even. If that makes sense. I like compared to like where I was. I did a surprising job, I think, of like holding it together. Comparatively. But right, so I woke up the next morning after that bonus episode. I go to throw up and it's just black. I don't know what I mean. I went home and I had carrots and like a sandwich. I was like I should get some good stuff in my tummy. I'm very
black
drunk.
is no good.
It was black and brown, which I think means that like the lining of my stomach was bleeding or something.
You probably it was your period. You were.
I was my period. I was having my
out of your mouth.
I was having my esophageal period, and so I was like,
men can have periods too.
It's true.
We just have to poison ourselves and almost die.
So I'm sitting on the. So I'm just like sitting in the bathroom, like literally not sitting on the toilet, just like sitting on the ground, just like pressing my face into the sink cabinet. Thank God that nobody is in my house right now because I was retching for like 4 hours. So I was like, I got everything out of my stomach. I felt great. I stood up. I was like, it's great. I'm out of it. No. Started throwing up again. This time there's nothing to throw up. So I drank some water. That comes right back up. I dry heave more and more. And eventually...
oh, I'm empty. Let me quick reload.
Eventually I start throwing up what I can only describe as Nintendo blood. Where I...
You said that to me several times, and I have no idea what you mean.
It's like when they censor, blood in like Nintendo.
Oh,
games,
when they make it like orange.
Yeah, like orange and green. So I threw up a thick. What I found out was from my bile duct. After I was like Googling what is this thing that just came out of my body? Apparently it's bile from my liver or something.
Interesting.
And so the tub is filled. I have nothing left in my body, and I'm just puking this like it's not even watery. It's like slime. It's like alien slime, and it's just like I'm just watching it drain into the fucking tub. I'm throwing up in the tub. I'm not throwing up in the toilet. I need the tub. I need the safety of the tub.
Great roommate.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm throwing up green and yellow stuff. Surely this is the end. I've got nothing, and it just was not the end. I was throwing up until I was like disoriented, and that's when my girlfriend was like, she was like, I think that you should call an ambulance because I think you have alcohol poisoning. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. So,
damn, you basically did the same thing that happened to your cat to you.
Yes, I ate bad flowers.
Yeah. You ate daylily, and then now you need to get irrigated.
But I didn't let anybody irrigate me. Like all things in life, although maybe you know what happened? I might have been sorted by the wheel. Maybe I did in fact die, and you automatically, it's quantum suicide theory or whatever?
I hope you weren't sorted by the wheel.
I think I probably got sorted by the wheel, dude. I gotta be totally honest. There's no
Yeah, really,
way.
I can't think of another explanation. I love this. This show has gotten so weird that, like, imagine if someone was like, oh man, I haven't listened to Coward Hour in a while. Let me just throw in an episode. They're like, there's a wheel?
You know what? I think, yes, they would be confused, but I also think that they wouldn't be very surprised. I think they'd be like, yeah, we saw where it was going. But if it was the wheel, that's kind of comforting because now it's like, you're dying in the bathroom.
Now you're
vomiting.
Immortal.
Well, no, it's like
you're like Gordon Freeman.
It's like the wheel sees you. He's like, all right, let me scoop him up really quick. Let me shift him. Let me paddle him into the next reality where he's not dying of alcohol poisoning. It's like the wheel might be my friend.
The wheel's basically like, you ever play RimWorld?
No, I've heard of it.
It's okay. It's the kind of game that you think it's fun, and then you like look at the time. You're like, oh, I wasn't having fun at all, and it's been 8 hours.
Damn. Is
anyway,
that the one that's got like the super, like the very edgy dialogue?
It doesn't have any dialogue.
Oh, I'm
no.
thinking of some-
RimWorld is like a colony sim, and it's like little cartoon people, and like when you fuck up your colony, suddenly like the man in black arrives to like start fixing things for you to give you like one last shot at not fucking up your save.
That's what happens. You think that doesn't happen?
And that's the wheel.
Dude, the wheel, it's totally, the wheel, it's an instrument.
We got to get the wheel on the show. We got to interview the wheel.
I don't think that I think the wheel will come to us.
You're right. We should not seek the wheel.
That wheel's coming, dude.
Nothing good can become of seeking it.
Imagine trying to interview the wheel.
It shall not be sought.
Imagine seeing the wheel and the first thing you do is hold. You just get shredded like a paper shredder. It's just like...
I'm not even sorting you. You're getting crushed in my gears.
In my beautiful in my obsidian paddles.
Yeah.
The wheel has obsidian paddles, and if you're not careful, they'll sort you. You're gonna get filed.
Oh, you're gonna get sorted.
You're gonna be right sorted.
And you might get sorted wrong. Who knows?
That would be horrible. What if you got sorted wrong? You just got sent to like a way shittier life. It would be horrible. Like
that would be no good.
It would be no good at all.
Man, this is probably other people have probably been sorted here by mistake, and they're like, "Fuck,
god damn it."
Yeah,
I was having, and you can't tell anybody. That's the whole thing. That's honest. That's kind of like the guarantee of the wheel. The wheel is like, I dare you to tell people.
Isn't the wheel the premise of the movie Yesterday?
Yeah, kind of, isn't it? It is kind of, isn't it? You're right.
Yeah.
That dude met the wheel.
Damn, that movie would be so much better if just like the wheel came, it sorted him, he just like is dead in his car.
Yeah, and then when he wakes up, he's the only guy. He's the only guy who remembers cigarettes. That was the weird thing about that movie is like everybody forgot the Beatles. Also, cigarettes didn't exist. What the hell was that?
Yeah. I didn't see it. It sounded like a movie for girls to me.
I saw it with my family. It was like we all went like during the holidays. Well, so like it's totally a movie for girls. Danny Boyle either makes awesome movies about people fucking doing heroin and killing babies and ruining their lives, or he makes fucking movies for girls. But the whole thing is like he's the only guy who remembers the Beatles, but then also other things are different. Like there's no cigarettes and Harry Potter doesn't exist, which they just like throw in there. And I'm like, well, but they don't replace it with other vices. Like it should have been a thing where like now when people relax, they'll go outside and like fist their assholes. Like there's just fisting circles when you get too stressed.
Yeah, it wouldn't just remove variables, the multiverse.
They'd have to be replaced with something.
Yeah.
You know.
Who's that interested in the Beatles now to write a movie about it? What a loser.
Well, yeah. You like the Beatles?
Everyone likes the Beatles, but don't talk about it.
I don't even know if people. It's like you just have to acknowledge. Like you have to. It's like the Beatles are good. You have to acknowledge them. I guess I like the Beatles, but it's like if you.
It's pleasant music, but it's weird to be like, oh man, it's my favorite thing, and I'm going to write a screenplay about it.
Right. Yeah. Well, the guy who
I'm just being negative for no reason.
No, the guy. You know, the guy who wrote the screenplay, like the guy who came up with the story, he got fucked out of all the money.
Yeah. They stole it from him, didn't they?
Yeah, and he's like still like. You know, he made some money, but it was a mere pittance compared to, you know, the money that movie made at the box office.
Well, I thought I heard that, like, I didn't hear he got fucked with the money. I heard they just, like, will not acknowledge that he wrote it. Because, like, is Danny Boyle just like, oh, I wrote my movie? Well, like, is he one of those guys?
I don't think Danny Boyle didn't write it. I think it's the screenwriter, because I there's something, they don't acknowledge that he wrote it, but I also don't think he got paid. Like at least what he was supposed to be, and he's obviously like, not crazy. In the contract. Yeah, could happen to you, dude. But then maybe that's
just imagine even getting far enough to get screwed.
Yeah,
inconceivable to me.
It would be amazing. I would love to get screwed.
Yeah,
just to say that I was close. And then you know what? I think the thing is, you get screwed, and then you start praying for the wheel to come. You start praying for the wheel to paddle you into Bryan
Please
Singer's
sort me.
Yeah, please.
Sort me to hell. Oh man, the show's gotten so crazy.
It's gotten really weird. Brendan.
It's gotten really weird. I mean, it's because I've gotten really weird.
And I have a you know, usually it's good, but I have to learn when to stop yes-anding.
Yeah, I really need to forget that aliens are real because it's ruining my life.
Well, you don't have to forget. It's like. I empathize because I feel like I did this like a couple years ago where it's like you're like and then eventually you're just like yeah they're up
but
there.
Now I'm on like a QAnon train where I'm like they're gonna drop the report soon. It's like well they might they said, but the weird thing is that they actually the government said they would. Now what'll be in that report? Probably nothing and lies.
Yeah, but there will be some kind. They have to. They have to justify their budget. The Pentagon has to justify their spending budget.
Yeah. Because as best I can tell, the people who know about the aliens have zero oversight from the government at all.
It's crazy how much the different parts of especially the intelligence branches of the American government, they don't talk to each other at all. As a matter of fact, they're kind of like rivals with each other. They're like giving each other wedgies and shit.
Like you'd think that like you would think that a hypothetical scenario, the CIA starts selling crack in America to fund wars in South America.
That doesn't make any sense.
A crazy hypothetical scenario like that. You'd think someone would like notice.
Well, he did. He got shot in the back of the. He committed suicide with 2 gunshots in the back of the head. The guy
but you think like a senator would be like, "Hey."
Oh, they don't care.
You'd think even one.
they don't. That's.
Or you think they'd at least notice and be like, "Nice." But it seems like they're just completely in the dark.
No, I don't think they're in the dark. I think that they just don't. I think they're.
Yeah. It seems like it's almost like our government isn't real. Who's really running? Is it lizards? Perhaps.
We all know who's really running the government. Are you on the lizard kick now too, dude? Are you gonna go full reptilian?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna get you smoking DMT.
Oh, dude, it was so fucking weird. So over the weekend, my girlfriend, she had like a little like picnic at her house. So I'm hanging out with her and like her friends who don't know that I'm a lunatic. Oh no. So I'm being very good. And her one friend starts telling a story about like, oh yeah, my sister was in jury duty, and people are like, oh, what was the case? And she's like, oh, it was crazy. So it was this guy. He was like bipolar or something, and he believed in aliens. And I just see my girlfriend next to me just go like,
oh my god,
just like knowing what I'm going to contribute to the conversation.
Well, don't contribute.
I tried really hard. I held most of it in.
I tried
yeah.
really hard.
It made me laugh because like apparently so this guy the trial was he was trying to like sue the state to like regain his status as like a mentally competent person so that he can like be let out because he I think he like stabbed someone or something and they sent him to a mental institution and took all his rights away.
Right.
And then he got on medication or whatever, went to therapy, and then went back to court and was like, can I please be a human being again in the eyes of law? Which it's kind of weird that can happen. I mean, I understand. But like when you really zoom out like that, it's like, whoa.
You can just
the
be
government
deemed-
just like took your brain away.
Yeah, you can be deemed mentally unfit
Yeah.
to do anything.
Good God, I hope this doesn't happen to me because
Be careful.
there's a lot of evidence on the Coward Hour YouTube channel.
It's gonna be so funny.
Subscribe to the Coward Hour YouTube channel.
It's gonna be so funny when the government arrests you and you're like, ah, fuck, I was looking for the wheel. I was spending all my time keeping an eye out for the wheel.
Yeah, the cops all have like their like lasers trained on me, and I just like lean back, and I just like spread my arms and close my eyes, waiting for the wheel to sort
pick
me,
you up.
like a helicopter picking me up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he goes to court and the prosecution is like, they're like, Your Honor, this man is completely crazy. He thinks that Barack Obama is an alien. And they ask the guy, like, is this true? And he's like whispering with his lawyer. And he's like, yes. And his lawyer's like, no. Like, and then, like all the murmuring jury starts turning on him. And then his lawyer's like, wait, Your Honor, objection. Let my client say what kind of alien. And then like elbowing him. And then the guy's like, probably very reluctantly, he's like, an illegal alien. And they're like, all right, that's acceptable. That's still wrong, but you're allowed to have a driver's license.
You're allowed to be a fucking birther.
It's like, we'll allow that. You can't think he's a lizard.
See, you know what's funny? It's like, truthfully, what is more harmful, right? It's I'm inclined to believe the guy who thinks Obama's a lizard is probably like,
because at least that's not racist.
He's just out in the fucking, he's not. It's like he's not gonna find a community. I mean, I guess he will find a community, but they're not gonna take direct action the way that alt-right guys are.
Yeah.
Let people believe in lizards. I don't understand why that's not okay.
Look, we got to get the lizards, folks.
You've watched the Super Mario Brothers movie, right?
Yeah. Do you think that that's like how people think that like the Simpsons movie is like Illuminati messages and stuff?
Well, yeah, just because it talks about there's like a divergent reality where like lizards evolved into humans, and then there's also that weird shit where when they come through the Twin Towers, like weirdly, you've seen that part of the movie, right?
Damn, I saw this when I was a kid. I rented this at Blockbuster. That's how long ago.
When Koopa and the lizards, the divergent evolved race, come through to our reality and they start, I think they turn the president into a monkey. There's this really weird shot where like it cuts to the Twin Towers and they start like getting like deteriorated and altered.
Like Back to the Future?
Yeah.
That would be a funny Back to the Future sequel. They should make Back to the Future 4. He's just looking at a Polaroid of the Twin Towers slowly fading away.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he's like, no, and then they disappear, and then he's like, what's going to replace it? And then it's Trump Tower.
That would be awesome. I'm amazed. You know what's funny? I think Trump actually looked in. No, it was when the towers fell. He was like, "This is horrible." Now Trump Tower is the tallest tower in the Manhattan. It's amazing.
Yeah. Which also wasn't even true.
It wasn't even true. But my man, I wouldn't be. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I definitely read something about him trying to be like, scoop that real estate up. Just be like, let me get something there. How awesome would it be if Trump owned Ground Zero?
Damn, can you imagine? Because he just built another office building or something. Can you imagine having to work there and just like all the ghosts? You're like, fuck.
Oh my God. It'd be the Tower of Terror. What? 200 stories of ghosts? That's what the new Ghostbusters should be about. It should be about that red slime falls into that giant hole they have at Ground Zero.
Yeah. I bet that Dan Aykroyd would say that there is some sort of dark energy around Ground Zero.
Oh, for sure. Dan Aykroyd believes in aliens. Dan Aykroyd, autistic, believes in ETs and UFOs. You know that he's like a big UFO freak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And autistic. Certified on the spectrum.
Nice.
And he's also like, I think he's also like a booze hound. So like,
Oh yeah, he started his own vodka.
yeah, I want to say they're like alien related. I swear to God, they do like an alien something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love
well,
to
his vodka is Crystal Skull vodka.
right, that's right.
Which I guess the Indiana Jones movie didn't make that up. The Crystal Skulls are like have some sort of like.
Have you looked at pictures of the crystal skulls?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, well, be careful.
I gotta stop somewhere. It's
Just stop. Just take Brendan, because here's the thing, man.
Uh-huh.
The ultimate conclusion from all of this, you're not going to be Randy Quaid in Independence Day. You're not going to suicide fly a plane into the mothership. You know what I mean? Whether it's whatever takes you, whether
I want to know. I want the mothership to appear in the sky or not, so that I know if I have to finish my homework. Because if I saw it, I would just be like, "Oh," and just throw the book.
I mean, it would be sick if right before.
All right, I'm not going to need this.
Well, that's how I felt like.
Or I would just have more homework. I'd be like, "Fuck, I need to learn alien geometry too." Fuck.
Do you think that they would try to like? Do you think that I shouldn't even be posing these questions to you, Brendan? I'm realizing how dangerous this is. Do you think that maybe if the aliens wanted to if they didn't want to destroy us and they wanted to coexist with us, they'd probably have to assimilate us. Maybe they'd have to implant us with their DNA or transmutate us into a race similar to theirs. Now, if that happens, are you doing that or are you resisting and clinging to your humanity? Because this is the kind of shit I think about.
I never even considered that they would try to
assimilate,
mutate us.
I mean, they would have to, I would imagine, for us to assimilate into their highly advanced culture, right? Think about American assimilation. It's we try to Americanize immigrants so that they become productive members of Western society.
Yeah, we don't bleach them.
Well, I'm not saying we should or shouldn't do that. That didn't even occur to me. I'm just saying, you get the alien comes up, it's like, Brendan, I will make you perfect. Let me inject you with this. Are you ready to have fucking 6 eyes? And
what if the aliens think that I'm the ideal form? What if the aliens show up and in their eyes they're like, oh, perfect?
Yeah, Brendan, what if the sky was green and the grass was blue? I don't know. We could do these hypotheticals all day.
Oh, man, yeah, I'm just getting so worked about these aliens.
I know you are, buddy.
I think I might need more medicine.
Yes. You should get on.
But last time I emailed my doctor to be like, I think I might need more medicine, he didn't respond. So I don't know what to do.
That's a dicey. That's
Yeah.
crazy. The doctors didn't respond. You need
Oh,
old school.
I am getting the testosterone gel again though. That'll be funny. I don't know if it'll work, but it's very funny for me to be on the same medicine as trans men.
It's funny to apply testosterone like sunscreen, I think. Is the funniest thing is that it's like a gel that you like.
Yeah. I don't understand how the fuck my doctor works, cuz I went in I had kind of a wild experience where I called my right hand was going numb. And tingling all the time.
Like Twin Peaks?
Yeah, like Twin Peaks. No, it wasn't carpal tunnel, it was the other tunnel. That's what I figured out eventually.
I didn't even know the other tunnel.
It's carpal tunnel affects these 3 fingers, the doc said, and then these 2 fingers is another one. And that's what was happening. So I just need to adjust my workstation or whatever. But anyway, so I call and I'm like, yeah, my right hand is going numb. And they were like, based on what you have said, you are a high priority, so we need to transfer you to a specific person to ask questions. But first, have you been experiencing any confusion or drooping of one side? They started asking me all these stroke questions, and I was like, no, it hurts when I play video games. And then they're like, okay, you need to talk to a doctor right away. Oh, and then they frantically transfer me to just a recording saying if you would like a callback in 1 hour, 40 minutes. It's what if I was having a stroke?
Yeah. Oh, well, exactly right? Nothing. Yeah. You just sit there and have a stroke.
Yeah. But then I went in and he was just kind of looking over my chart. He's like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's probably just the wrist pain thing.
Yeah.
But if not, it might be some sort of anemia. So he's looking over my blood work, and then he's just like, "Hey, whatever happened with your testosterone?" It's like, I don't know. You have the charts. Like, do you not have notes?
They don't. Remember
Yeah.
Gypsy Rose, dude.
Yeah,
Doctors do not have notes.
They have no notes. He's like, "Whatever happened?" I'm like, I ran out of the gel, and I called your office to send me more, and they didn't. And he was like, "Oh, well, do you want it again?" I'm like, "Yes,
Yes, please.
yes, absolutely." And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you can have that."
Oh, see, that's nice. Your body.
Well, he
was-
took my blood again.
Right.
But my my T at the start of this saga, it was below normal, and then it went like 1 milligram per whatever above what is considered normal, which is like a huge scale too. So it's like, oh, I'm normal, and it's like still like bottom 5% or whatever.
Right.
And then I went back down. So,
Damn, dude.
yeah,
That's wild. That is really wild.
it is so upsetting.
I was thinking about
I joke about it a lot, but I think that if I took a moment to really think about it, it would really devastate.
it would wreck you.
Yeah.
It would be like that scene in anime where like the character's face is inverted and then like there's cracking glass behind them as you just like realize. Because dude, I was thinking a lot about. I've been thinking more about your theory of like why like this might have happened because your parents had you like when they were older and using fertility drugs. But then I was like, isn't your brother?
That was not my theory. My theory was that I was on SSRIs.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
meant like the various.
I mean, that
brain-
couldn't have been great.
Right. But I was thinking about this because isn't your brother's younger than you, right?
Yeah.
And he's like a Chad.
Yeah, but he was born naturally. So they had us through a bunch of like fertility treatments and stuff, and then they just assumed that they would never be able to get pregnant again. So then,
And then
I guess they were just going raw.
they were having fun.
And then my dad was like, "Oh, fuck! I accidentally have a much better son now."
How that's dude. See, I think this is my theory. This is honestly my theory. I think that because our buddy Low Res illustrated this theory on his podcast Movies on the Tarantino retrospective. I think that as guys get older, the seed gets better. And his example was, look at the Trumps. He's like Eric Trump, total mess. Don Jr. sucks. Barron is a specimen. He's 6 foot tall and made of gold. Like, and I think it's
Well, yeah, autism, as we all know, is good.
it's the next step in human evolution. That's right. So I got this theory now. I think now the theory is, I think that
Then why am I the autistic one? Carter's normal.
something happened. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I am a theorist. So I think that your dad got older. Your dad got older. His sperm got stronger because I think maybe your sperm is just like I don't know what nobody knows what sperm are doing in there. Maybe they're fucking just like deadlifting.
They're fucking lifting weights
They're
and
just
shit.
fighting each other. They're just getting way stronger, like bumping into each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I'm gonna say don't have kids until you're 50.
60.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a young whatever, I think
Yeah.
over 27 is fair game.
Yeah, the woman should be however old the age of consent is in 2040 or whatever.
Right, which will be 9 or something. It'll be something fucking insane.
Yeah, which way it definitely will change, but higher or lower.
It's hard to say because like we're as much as we hate pedophiles, we're also like sexualizing and normalizing the sexualization of kids at a younger and younger age.
We are?
Well, I mean, like the culture.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have anything to do with that.
No, I
I don't
don't
even. I don't sexualize no one.
I don't either, but you've got drag queen parades on Blue's Clues. And,
Oh, yeah.
and little cartoon beavers with top surgery scars, and you're like, okay,
Yeah, that's
whatever you want to do, fine, sure. It's broadcast television. Put whatever you want on there. So I think it could go either way. I think that there's going to be a lot of conversations about the agency of children.
Yeah, I think also just eventually Bill Gates will control like all medicine, and then he'll just get to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a
Do you
new
know about
hormone.
his circumcision thing? I was listening to Behind the Bastards. They were talking about every shitty thing Bill Gates has ever done.
No, what's this thing with circumcision?
So Bill Gates, he used tons and tons of money from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to open circumcision clinics in West Africa.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew it was a third world thing. He loves fucking with like Africa.
He's very interested in black cocks and changing them.
We got to make him smaller.
Yeah, he and as the episode pointed out, he talks about it a lot. And speaking of whatever we were just talking about, because we forgot to do the ad read and are cutting it in later.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, it reminds me in a roundabout way of our sponsor, Under 510.
Who now?
Under 510.
Our sponsor?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of them.
Our sponsor for the past 12 weeks or so.
Please tell me about them, Brendan.
Under 510, they're a great clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yesterday I was telling someone about this, and I said, my podcast is sponsored by a small men's clothing brand. And they were like, oh, that's great. And I saw that their face didn't, like, process it. So I was like, no, you heard me wrong. The company isn't small. the clothes, it's clothing for small men. Right. And he was like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's very funny. That's our only sponsor. But anyway, their shit rules. They've sent me a lot of great clothes.
Yeah.
Jeans, shirts.
We always say this. You look great. It's the best you've looked in a long time. You were looking bad.
Oh,
you were looking not great. Under 510 came into your life, and it was like, okay, all right, Barn Dog might turn this around.
Yeah, they have stuff for like all different occasions. Like I have to go to a wedding later this year. I could get a suit from there if I wanted to.
Damn, they'll do like a full like nice like you can get like a nice like do they do like tuxes and shit?
Yeah, they don't have tuxes, but they have a gray suit, a navy suit. Oh, they got suits.
That would be nice, dude. A really nice like a nicely fitted suit jacket. And I asked about cummerbunds. You said they do not do cummerbunds. They don't do cummerbunds, right?
Yeah. Under 510. They don't do cummerbunds.
They will not do cummerbunds.
Yeah.
We should ask them if they can start doing cummerbunds just for the podcast.
What about cummerbunds needs to be tailored for short men?
I don't know. I just feel like
it's too thick.
I just think it would be nice. You'd have a little more security knowing that somebody made it looking out for you. You know what I mean? As you walk through a large man's world, it's nice to know.
Yeah, it's a cummerbund, but on the back it says no talls.
It's what do you call it? It's like a sequined cummerbund, or it's like stitched. That would be. I'll be honest with you. I actually don't even know what a cummerbund is. I've never worn one. Is it like a bib for your cock that you wear under a fancy suit?
It is. It's a bib so that you don't spill cum. Yeah, so it's so that you don't spill cum at the table.
Right.
Maybe that is what they're for. Maybe it's for because you wear it to your Eyes Wide Shut party where you're wearing like a tux or whatever. Yeah. Maybe it's to keep your like hard cock from like ripping out.
Right. You keep it So I've never worn. I feel like undressing, especially like if you're cummerbunded up and you meet a lady like at a fucking let's say that you're at a wedding, right? And you're trying to bang one of the bridesmaids. This is no longer an ad read for Under 510. I also realized, but I do feel like it might be funny. Like she's getting ready, getting undressed in the bathroom, and you undress just to the cummerbund.
Oh,
just wait for her.
Oh, she would love that.
What I'm saying is, as good as that feels, doesn't even feel half as good as wearing clothes from Under 510.
Plus, the cummerbund you can. You can have it covering your cock, and then she walks in. You reach down with both fingers, and you lift it.
There's a special. It's like an advent calendar for your cock.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Cummerbunds. It's an advent calendar for your cock. Under510.com. But anyway, they aren't like teaching the men, like it sounds like they're just telling them whatever they need to get them in to like get the numbers of circs up. So these men are leaving the clinic believing, oh, I've been circumcised, I am impervious to AIDS. And then they stop using condoms. So like Bill Gates has like vastly increased circumcision in Africa, and all the areas where he's done it, the AIDS rate has risen like dramatically.
So he's just shopping black dicks,
yeah,
and then telling them to go out and be be fruitful in a dangerous way.
Who knows what they're telling them, but that's what they're hearing.
What?
So
I like to imagine that Bill Gates is writing the script for this. That's insane. Why is Bill Gates so into the population and sexual habits of like third world, like developing nations?
yeah,
It's fucking weird.
it's very weird. I agree.
Just, you haven't even, it's like, dude, Microsoft Word still sucks. Can we get that right first? You make it so that Windows doesn't fucking crash every time I install a new driver. Let's leave black cocks alone for 1 year.
They're fine.
They're fine.
Look, the verdict is in. They're more than fine. People really seem to like them.
They like them a lot.
Yeah. It's up there with like ice cream. If you went out Family Feud style, just surveyed people.
If you presented a woman with those two options, it would be a real. It would be a minute before she was able to decide which one was better. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Black cocks are #1, survey says every time, no matter what the question is. #1 answer is BBC. God bless, dude.
Something you find in the kitchen. Boop, boop, boop. Survey says black. Oh.
Oh my God.
Lord.
Steve Harvey just starts nailing himself to a cross.
Steve Harvey needs to be we need one of those like judge shows, but it needs to be like actual like criminal trials.
Dude,
and it's Steve Harvey.
And every time the defense is something crazy, Steve Harvey's like, Lord Jesus, please just let me meet the wheel. Lord Jesus.
Just imagine if Steve Harvey got sorted.
I'm gonna get sorted by the wheel. I can't take this no more. I'm going to get sorted by the wheel.
The wheel is on trial. Heaven help me, you're going to have to sort me because I can't deal with none of this.
I can't deal with none. Lord Jesus, just let me get sorted by the celestial wheel. You cannot tell Steve Harvey about the wheel.
No.
Steve Harvey, if you tell Steve Harvey about the wheel, he'll just be like,
Nick has left the studio. See, we have visual gags now, so
survey says she said the wheel. Okay, let's see if it's on the board. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my God.
He looks out at the audience, and they're all the wheel.
They're all the wheel. Oh. Lord Jesus, help me if every single answer on the board is the wheel. I'm gonna quit my job.
We sent one of our producers to the mall to survey people, and everybody in unison with blood red eyes said the wheel.
Something you unzip your pants to surprise your wife with. And he's just staring the guy down like, don't say anything foolish, son. I need you to don't say anything. This is daytime television. Don't say anything foolish. The guy's like, Steve, is it the wheel? Oh,
that or like
God.
the guy's just eyes roll back and he starts floating. And in the voice of 1,000 angels, he yells, "The wheel!" Steve's like, "You're gonna need to use the buzzer there." Steve Harvey on Judgment Day. those are gonna be some sick some sick reacts.
Could you imagine Steve Harvey tongue wagging out of his mouth as he faces the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Could you imagine giving them name tags? What's your name? Pestilence. Okay, I guess we're using our Christian names. Pestilence. Okay. Representing the horsemen. Yep. That would be a really good episode of Family
He's
Feud.
hitting on the angels. He's just talking to some woman like, now this is why you don't have yourself a man. And she's just on fire. How you gonna find a husband when you can't even not be on fire?
Everybody always asks me, Steve, what do I need to do to keep a man? I'm going to tell you where to start. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop burning in the flames of eternal torment. Because that's a bit of a red flag, I'll be honest with y'all ladies.
Fellas, which one of y'all is going out on a second date? She shows up on fire.
She shows up. She show up. She do her hair all nice. She put on a green dress. Only one problem. She's being basted in the eternal green flame of damnation. Fellas, you might be nice when you meet her, but you're not gonna see each other again. And ladies, that's just facts. I'm telling y'all what the fellas won't say, but they are thinking. If you show up burning,
Yeah.
if you show up
In hellfire.
in cursed in some kind of hellfire predicament due to us carrying on this daytime television show amidst the rapture and revelation.
Steve Harvey just going through Dante's Inferno.
Oh, dude.
Just, How you gonna find yourself a man when you frozen neck deep
In ice.
in ice?
How you gonna be in ice in hell? You can't even. You had one. You can't even do the hell thing right. You had one job, be on fire, and you're here up to your neck, frozen in hell.
God, it's just like, can someone please rapture Steve Harvey?
Please get Steve Harvey up here.
It's been he seems to have not noticed that the world is ending.
Yeah.
It's been weeks.
Steve Harvey every time he goes through a different circle of hell, it comes up on the board. Survey says the vestibule. Actually, that's great. Steve Harvey traversing through Dante's Inferno. Where is that? Where's that CBS special?
Sharon or whatever shows up and he's like, you're not gonna get me on that boat.
It's got to be one of the most retarded riffs we've ever done on this podcast. I hope me getting up and walking away is worth it for the significantly less amount of people who watch this on video.
Subscribe to the YouTube, folks. We've really stepped up our production game. I found a way. I can switch the camera angle by hitting buttons. Isn't that exciting?
It's a shame we have one camera.
Yeah.
But one day, here's what it should be. It should be, we should switch to, there should the wide, and then we should have zooms on our faces, like zooms that just zoom right into our lips when we're speaking. And when we say something important.
Yeah, one of our cameras is a $400 like Panasonic camcorder. The other one we steal from Dodger Stadium.
Yes. Oh, the Kiss Cam.
Yeah.
We're getting the Kiss Cam.
Oh, we're going to be the only podcast filmed entirely on the Kiss Cam.
Dude, every episode starts with like us on the Kiss Cam, just like in the heart, and we're just like, oh, fuck. We're just like, fuck.
Do you think anyone's ever gotten canceled for not kissing a man on the Kiss Cam?
No, but that's coming. That's definitely coming.
Yeah.
If I had the Kiss Cam, I would only point it at fathers and sons.
Well, folks, we're here at Dodger Stadium. It's a lovely 70 degrees, and we're trying out a new thing here. It's the suck cam.
The suck cam. I was just gonna say. Yeah, dude, they should do a premium. They should do like a premium sports cable package where it's like adults only. It's like it's the same games, but we have a suck and fuck cam. And everybody in the audience, if they're on the suck and fuck cam, they are legally obliged to suck and fuck each other. Otherwise, they'll be
There's a very low probability, but everybody agrees when they buy their ticket.
That's right. If
the tickets have been, they're free now, because we have just chosen to go with a different revenue stream.
Yeah, the suck and fuck cam will take off. All these things are coming, believe me. All these things are coming. Age of consent, 9, suck and fuck cam at every, NBA game, that's coming.
I would love, like, you know how people read, like, H.G. Wells? They're like, wow, how did he know that's all this stuff? Or, like, Orwell, they're like, oh, he's so prescient. I would love to see, like, people in the future listening to this podcast just like, wow, these boys were retarded.
They got none of this right.
Not one of their predictions was correct.
Yeah, it's a completely, like, utopian society. Like, everything's great. I hope that's what happens. I hope they prove me wrong.
I hope so.
I dare you to prove me wrong. I should get drunk and start daring people to prove me wrong.
Yeah, you should really get drunk on this podcast more.
No, I think that's going to be like a once every couple years kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
that
you know what?
would probably be
here's
for
why
the best.
it happened. Because Kevin got excited, and Kevin is infectious with his energy. So I was like, oh, Kevin wants to drink. I should drink with Kevin because it'll be really fun.
So you're a follower.
No, not a follower at all. I was let me tell you something. I was the one who unscrewed those bottles, okay? Is that what a follower would do?
After the leader stops and goes, which is what Kevin did.
You're making me out.
And then you offered my roommate's booze to him.
If I was such a follower, here's my question. If I was such a follower, how come I got so much drunker than him? Have you thought about that?
Damn. You win.
I think I was the alpha male of drinking that night.
How much did he have? Because he seemed fine the whole time.
I think he drinks more. He had less than me. I don't know though.
And drinks more than like 3 times a year.
Yeah, and he also poured me. He was the one who kind of, I think, sent me rolling over into the point of no return. Alcohol that's a stiff substance. I really forget, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
I went out drinking with our buddy Tim H like a couple nights ago, and it was like I was like 5 beers deep. I was like, I don't even feel this. I was like, you build up the tolerance so quickly. You know?
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, because he was getting drunk, and I was like, nah. I was like, I just had alcohol poisoning, so this is easy for me. I was like, this is like nothing.
So my body isn't even processing it anymore. I can't feel the effects, which I think means I'm dead.
So the alcohol is just not even like going through my liver. It's just like being emptied out into my feet and my bones or something.
It's like your brain or your spinal fluid from when you got the spinal tap. It's all just leaking into your ass.
I've just got like blue moon edema in my fucking ankles and ass cheeks. Yeah, that's sick, dude. Alcohol's sick.
It is great. Now imagine if instead of being on on 2 podcasts, imagine if instead you were in your home alone. Just imagine how great that would be.
That would be such a bummer, Brendan.
No, you're there. There's no one there to judge you.
Honestly,
you can't embarrass yourself.
I think I would like to get drunk and explore the character of wheel-fearing Steve Harvey by myself. I think that maybe I should just like developing that in the mirror. That could be kind of fun.
Maybe you could do you could do some solo podcasts drunk.
Yeah,
and upload them without listening to them yourself or me listening to them.
No, I see, because apparently I think that's the secret, because I think that is what Cooney did for Raccoon Titties. She's like, I get drunk. I'm like, because I've tried to record solo podcasts. I did the one where I was like, honestly, if anything, I was like intoxicated off of the spiral of the first week of COVID. So it was somewhat of an altered state. But yeah, maybe I should get fucking hammered in my house and record some solo eps of who knows what, of just me, just me telling people how to live their lives. Yeah. That'll be good.
Get hammered, do some prank phone calls, don't record it.
I never even opened the computer. Talking into an unplugged mic.
Yeah. The pranks are all just like horrible. Like you're just calling random numbers and saying your daughter's been killed sexually and hang up.
That's horrible. Your daughter's been the victim of a crime of a sexual nature.
And then you turn to all the mannequins. You go, right?
Right, guys?
Good.
Yeah.
You're like Rupert Pupkinning, but with like a much worse dream. You're just like, you're Rupert Pupkin. He's like, what if I had a podcast?
It's well, we know somebody who's doing that, don't we? Well, it's Rupert Pupkin, but his dream is to like be the Jerky Boys. It's like not, you know what I mean? Like one day I'm gonna muster up the courage to actually call somebody. He's not even calling anybody. He's just like drunk with mannequins, holding up a disconnected phone, and he's like, one day I'm really gonna call somebody. Yeah, that would be awesome.
It would be.
I'm gonna do that. I think I am gonna get drunk and record a solo episode. I am. I
do
should.
it.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, don't tell me. I dare you to tell me.
Maybe
not to
I'll
do
do
it.
a solo episode where Bert Kreischer has one that I'm sure is weird, where it's just him like going through his like tabs in his browser. Maybe I'll do that, but it's only the UFO subreddit.
That could be fun. Bert Kreischer cries way too much.
He's an odd man.
He's a really odd man. For somebody who, I mean, maybe he's just a skilled liar. I mean, he is a skilled liar, so maybe those tears are an extension of that. But I was just like, dude, I was watching like, I went on like a Bert Kreischer kick because I find him to be so strange.
Well, he cries. That's when he's been dosed with drugs against his will.
It's more than that. I mean, he seems to have really high estrogen levels. I mean it. He's
He's a late stage alcoholic.
Oh, does that do that?
I don't know. Sounds like it, right?
Yeah, it seems like it. He's always crying, dude. I was watching him on this. I was watching like that. You remember he had that Bert's Cabin show or whatever on Netflix?
I think I saw that once.
He,
like it popped up, and I was just like, nope.
Yeah, he like invites people to the cabin, and then it's like they have a good time, and then he always corners him when he starts crying about something.
Is that like, I don't know. It looked like it showed me. It's just like, so it's just a podcast on Netflix.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy how it's funny. We associate this kind of gayness with like alt comedy, but I think all comedy has just gotten really gay. Like all comedy has been dosed with like estrogen in the water supply, where it's like, what's going on? Why do I need to watch a show about Bert Kreischer in the woods getting sensitive?
Except for this podcast, which is being dosed with testosterone by my doctor.
That's right.
It comes in a nice gel form, a little pump. Comes out like hand sanitizer.
They should have a luxury option where you go to the wishy-washy and they apply the gel for you. Maybe you could take the gel to the wishy-washy or something. You know what I mean?
I don't think I should. I don't think I'm going to go to the wishy-washy.
Well, you go to the wishy-washy.
You say that like I've been going to the wishy-washy.
But you don't. No, you're not going. I'm saying you start going to the wishy-washy. You don't do.
Yeah.
You don't.
I get them to jerk me off with testosterone gel.
That could think about how good you think. That might be a really powerful cum.
Might be.
That could be. Really
Might also
powerful.
sting because it's full of alcohol.
It's full of alcohol.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to have that?
It's not. It's not ethanol.
But
or
won't
like,
it's so
it's like hand sanitizer is alcohol.
But if you drink it, you'll get drunk.
Yeah, but you don't drink it.
But you could.
I'm not gonna drink.
Okay,
the
I'm just saying.
D-gel.
If you thought about it, I would be like, that makes sense. I'm not gonna hold that against you. I would be like, that's just good problem solving. No, but I think we should get. I think we should get like a pretty lady to massage this. Well, I guess your girlfriend makes sense. It should be. I'm saying there should be a.
I don't want her to absorb testosterone into her skin.
She puts gloves on.
Okay.
It's like a whole thing. We film it. We put it on Clips for Sale.
We leak it, and then I run for city council in Brooklyn.
That's got to be somebody's fetish, watching you become an alpha over the course of like a year-long treatment.
It's some weird form of bimboification where they're just like, what if we turned Brendan into Joe Rogan? What if we got him just fucking jacked without his permission?
That's amazing.
What if we knock him out and then we move his limbs and make him lift weights in his sleep?
And hypno wheel you. We put up the the Roganification hypno wheel.
Maybe.
And rub tea into your body. That's great content, dude.
Could be.
you know.
I was I heard a hot probably false fact today. I was in the sauna. My neighborhood opened the sauna again, and I went. It was me and this like 50-year-old dude, and he was telling me that being in the sauna is the same. Your body thinks that you're working out and it has all the same benefits.
You know what's funny? I've had that. It's totally not true, right? It's definitely not true.
It can't be.
Yeah.
He's like, it raises your heart rate, and it's like, well, I think there's more to exercise than that.
Yeah, you have to break down. You have to like hurt your muscle. You need that. Kevin Tinkin was actually talking about it. The thing that's released when you work your muscles.
Well, that's like strength training, but like I don't think you're doing that when you're running.
You are a little bit.
You are a little
You're
bit,
still
but like
using your muscles.
The goal of that though is mostly just like expending calories
To burn fat. Yeah. I don't think this. I mean, I know you.
If I could
a lot
sweat out all the traits, that would be good. I mean, I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
I sweat a lot.
You would be thinking it would be coming out.
It looks like a pound of sweat every time.
Really? You would think maybe, but maybe like maybe if you're in the sauna, you'll start just like secreting gumdrops. Like full, just like sugar dots.
Yeah. I'm just like wiping my armpits. It's just like cheesecake.
No.
Like, oh my god.
My God. I don't think that, you know what's funny? I've had the same thought when I felt particularly lazy where I'm like, oh, I feel like I would go sit in the sun. But I think that's like a myth from the 40s because people would sit in those sweat boxes and just the head would stick out, right?
Yeah.
And you would do
also,
it to lose
everybody
weight.
at the sauna, including me, is fat.
Right. So it's like, where's the progress? I mean, what is the benefit of a sauna?
It feels good. I don't know. It feels good and it lowers stress. That's what I'm getting out of it. I'm sure that there are other benefits. It's good for your skin. I know that.
To me, it feels stress. To me, the sauna is stressful because it's hot and you're gonna die. That's how every time I'm in the sauna, I'm just like, what if, you know?
Maybe it soothes my anxiety because in there feels how I feel all the time, so it cancels it out.
Just like hot and oppressed.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hot and being squished.
Hot and being squished by the energy in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, this guy, he came in and he brought his two, like, 11-year-old daughters with him. That's not cool. Dudes only.
What the I don't think,
Yeah.
isn't it, it's literally supposed to be like, isn't it like gender separated?
It is. But he just brought his daughters in with him. And children don't like the sauna.
Could you imagine just being a guy bringing your two 11-year-old daughters in the sauna? You'd be like, yeah, they're trans. Come on in here, Billy and Jimmy. Yeah, they're trans for just today. They can do that.
You can't tell me they can't.
You can't tell me they can't. These are my kids. I'm raising them trans.
But yeah, like I don't think they really understood what a sauna because they were like, after a couple of minutes they were like, "Daddy, how long do we have to be in here?" And he's like, "You can leave whenever you want. You don't have to be in here." And then there was like, oh, "Okay," and then she jumped up and like almost put her hand on the fucking. He like grabbed her, but I was just sitting there like,
"Get these kids out!
Get these kids!" Like, there's a sign. Here's the thing. There is a sign there, and there are several rules that nobody respects except me.
Of course. Well, you do love the rules.
I love the rules.
And in a sauna,
no playing music. That's a rule. It's on the sign. People don't respect it.
What do they play?
They play Eastern European techno.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure they are. That's exactly what they're playing.
Yeah. They play that, and they drink, which I don't care. That I don't care about them breaking.
That's how you die.
Yeah. But that, that's it's vaccine logic, where I'm just like, well, they're hurting themselves. They're not going to hurt me. That's
sauna
fine.
shouldn't have the same atmosphere as like an EDM rave
No.
in like Ukraine. Like,
everybody's getting fucked up.
yeah,
and
somebody takes Molly and just dies.
There's underage girls. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to turn the sauna into where the club from John Wick 1.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, but then his kids left and they went somewhere unsupervised, and then he just like talked to me about crypto for a while, and neither one of us, I could tell neither one of us understood crypto at all.
How's your crypto? By the way, you don't have to go into it, but thumbs up or thumbs down. How's your crypto journey going?
Oh, I mean, it's exactly the same as where it was before. Like, Ethereum keeps kind of bobbing up and down, but just like whatever. It's just fucking there. It's just money that's not in my bank account. It's fine. I'm not really making any moves with it.
I was just curious. I was curious because Michael really pumped it up because
Yeah.
I had questions about it.
Well, I'm
but
still
yeah.
supposed to the scheme that I had to cut out of the episode. There may still be something going on with that.
Well,
so.
okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I was curious about. Okay. Then I'll wait. We'll see. Maybe who knows? Maybe you'll have 6 figures by the end of all this. Who knows?
That would be so bad for me.
If you did,
No, I think I can. I think I can handle it.
Yeah, you can handle that.
Yeah,
You'll do well.
like only after this year. This year, I've actually learned how to handle money for the first time in my life.
Yeah, be careful. You need it to survive.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, money is
If you don't have enough, they kill you. They come to your house, they shoot you with a gun.
Basically, they'll figure out a way to do it. Not far off, dude.
It's really not far off, is
Not
it?
far off at all. Not far off at all. No, we're gonna get you money. We're gonna get you paped up.
Maybe we need to start some sort of coward hour scheme. You know,
I think
like all the episodes are NFTs or something.
this already feels a lot like a scheme.
Yeah, you're right. Getting the Patreon already feels like we're pushing our luck enough,
It's like, how do we?
which we're very thankful. Thank you so much, anybody who subscribes to the Patreon.
I think I made somebody lower their pledge.
Oh, really?
Because they listened to the drunk episode. They just commented, "Okay, Nick," and then they lessened their pledge from $25 to $5, and they had been paying $25 for months. So I think I may have been very off-putting in that episode.
Well, I think also a lot of people signed up to watch you eat bugs.
I
so
think that's true, and I delivered on that promise.
Yeah.
We will not be doing that regularly.
we won't be doing that again. But there will be plenty of yucks.
Let me also defend myself. We made it out to be such a thing. That happens easily every time I drink. Bugs fly into my drink. I'm not willing to let go of the alcohol. I drink the bugs.
This happens every time you
I
drink.
always notice. I just don't call attention to it because I know that it's shameful. But I have no problem drinking bugs. Every once in a while, a little bug flies in to something that I'm drinking. I say, whoop. That's it.
I dump it out. I get a new one.
No, that's good alcohol. And you call yourself an alcoholic. How am I better at this than? It's like
I can't remember once a bug flying into something I was drinking.
maybe I just drink in exotic locales.
Like my home.
Yeah.
Where did those bugs even come from?
I don't know.
There
Somebody-
aren't bugs.
Somebody
here.
must have left the window. Well, but there was one. We saw one fly
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Maybe somebody left the window or something open.
Maybe this table is full of termites or something.
Oh, I hope it wasn't termites. You think termites would chew right through a man? Because you think anything willing
They'd
to
have
eat,
to.
You'd think that anything willing to eat wood would be like, oh, yeah, skin?
Oh, people?
Easy.
Way better.
It's crazy that the only reason termites don't eat us is because it's just not, they just would prefer not to. But they easily could. Think about it. They eat wood, Brendan. Wood, have you ever, wood is harder than you. But it's sheer. That's like how amazing is intelligent design that termites would eat us if it weren't for God instilling with them a preference to not.
Damn. I should tell my anthropology professor that.
You should tell. It's totally true. I think that's a good thought.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let me plug the live show really quick before we hop over to the bonus.
Yeah.
Since this is going to be the regular episode. Guys, live show at the Auto Bar. The ticket link is finally live, July 10th. Live podcast is going to be at 6:30, and then we're doing stand-up on a stand-up show the second Saturday shit show at 7:30. If you want the link to those tickets, it's in the bio of my Instagram, the Coward Hour Instagram, the Coward Hour Twitter, my Twitter. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I've shared it there. And if you're not on social media at all, find a way to message me. I'll send you the link. I already know that we have I think 6 people coming from out of town. One person who is flying to see the show.
Damn, that rules.
So it's going to be a fucking cool meetup of Coward Hour fans. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hopefully not going to be when you see a photo of 4chan met up and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that's true. I really
Yeah.
Well, I think
Or it'd be sick as if it's all Chads. Like if you and I are the most incel guys there.
I will tell. I know for a fact some of them are Chads, dude. I mean,
That would be sick.
yeah. I hope that we dwindle in comparison next. I hope that we're just absolutely minuscule in comparison next to our Chad listeners. I hope that we look dude. We should do Wojak faces at our listeners, just I love fucking Soy Jack Wojak guys, dude.
It's so funny.
I said this in the Discord. My favorite one, the one that's really making me laugh right now, is the Soy Jack guys pointing at the speed limit sign.
Yeah.
Because it's a school zone. It says school zone 35 miles an hour, and they go, you have to slow down here. It's just so fucking funny to me.
It's great. All right.
Yes.
Well,
See you guys at the live show.
hell yeah.